For the latest in strategic affairs, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the bell icon for updates.
This is StratNews Global. I'm Amitabh. Revi. Our guest today is the Ambassador of the Islamic Republic of Iran in India, Dr. Iraj Elahi. Ambassador Elahi, really appreciate you giving us time and hosting us, technically in Iran, in Delhi.
Yeah, welcome, and thank you for having me and giving me this opportunity.
There is a lot of talk now about the recent developments of the long-term 10-year signing of the contract for the Shahid Beheshti port in Chabahar between India. Finally, it has been done. It's 21 years, I think. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you, thank you.
And if you could explain to us the significance and the potential of Chabahar from the Iranian point of view.
Thank you. You know, Iran's position, geographically position, is important, and Iran is in the crossroad of the north-south and east-west routes, trade routes. So during the last decade, we tried to employ this condition and in the benefit of international trade. India also is a rising power, has a growing economy. Nowadays, India's trade, international trade, has reached close to 2 trillion, and it means that India needs to diversify its route to the international trade, and also India tries to be parts of supply chain. Supply chain means that accessing to different accessing to raw material sources, accessing to market that consuming your product. So India, before Iran, understood the importance of Chabahar and its advantages. So more than 1 decade, Iran and India, more than 2 decades in fact, Iran and India and Russia founded the IRSTC, International North-South Corridor. And after that, because the capacity of Bandar Abbas, which is part of IRSTC, was limited, India proposed to use Chabahar as an ocean port in Iran, which is very close to Indian ports. So two countries decided to employ this port and improve its infrastructure and equipped it with new equipment. In 2016, a framework MOU was signed, and after that, the discussion and negotiation between two countries continued. Of course, there was some dispute regarding the arbitration and other technical issues, but the importance of this project at the end convinced two countries to bridge the gap and reach to a conclusion to accelerate this project, this common project. The main contract which was signed, we believe that will have a tremendous impact on both countries' mutual relation, and also will have a tremendous impact on international trade. You know, we believe that Chabahar and IRSTC is the best economy and safest and shortest way of Southeast Asia to Europe, to Russia, to Eurasia. So the future of Chabahar and this contract is brilliant, and I really appreciate the cooperation of India. You know, both sides spend too much time in negotiation. Both sides has done too much work to find some formula for the disputes, but at the end they agreed, and it's it's good news for all world, not just for India and Iran.
Immediately after this, I think $120 million India is investing. There's a credit line of equivalent in rupees of $250 million. I think equipment worth 8 million has already been provided in terms of the port itself. What are the steps forward, Ambassador, that you envisage both sides will take?
You know, originally India has committed to invest $85 million in Chabahar for the purchasing equipment and installing equipment there. But just some portion of this commitment has been implemented. In the main contract, which recently was signed, both have agreed to increase the figure of investment to 120. It is investment, which about till now more than 20 billion has been implemented, and some crane
20 billion, you said?
20 million, 20 million has been implemented, and some crane has brought to Chabahar. Beside this, both countries agreed for a credit line about 250 million to construct other infrastructure which is necessary for improvement and employment of Chabahar capacity. You know, Chabahar is not connected to Iranian rail in the national railway network. Of course, we during the last years we did not stop our activity there. We have constructed too much. We have constructed some parts of our national railway and expanded toward Chabahar, but it needs some investment. India accepted to give Iran a credit line, and it will facilitate the project and will accelerate the employment of full and nominal capacity of this port.
You were mentioning the rail network, Ambassador Elahi. What is the status of, say, Chabahar, Zaidan? I mean, earlier, before the Taliban took over in Afghanistan, India had connected the Zaranj-Deraram road, which then connects the whole garland in Afghanistan, whether it's Kandahar, Kabul, Mazar-e-Sharif, Herat. And in fact, we covered that road. What is the status of connectivity from Chabahar, since you mentioned INSTC as well?
You know, since we have north-south railway network from Bandar Abbas to north, I mean, it doesn't make any difference from to Rasht or to Sarakhs or even to Bazargan. But we have planned to construct new railway parallel to the present railway. So till now, about from the distance between Chabahar and the first station of railway, I mean Khash, is about 190. We are constructing this, and they promised, the company which is building this project promised to hand it over during this year. We hope that very soon, the railway connection will be, the railway of Iran will be connected to Chabahar.
There was earlier talk of an Indian company, RITES, being involved in the rail network. Is
Yeah.
there any progress happening on that?
Iranian companies are working on it, but we will use the capacity of Indian company to accelerate the project.
I mentioned Afghanistan and that the connectivity, because that's crucial to Central Asia.
Now the Iranian railway has entered the territory of Afghanistan. But because of the security situation in Afghanistan, unfortunately, no transport project could be implemented. So, despite the willingness of Central Asian countries, Afghan people, Pakistan, Iran, because of security tension there, there is no progress.
Right.
There is no progress.
I was going to ask you about that. The 2016, the three countries signed a trilateral. That was, of course, before the Taliban took over. But India has a working relationship with the Taliban. We have members of our diplomatic community. It's called a technical team in Kabul, at least. Iran has had its own issues with Afghanistan, whether it's water or refugees. So is it stuck because of all of these issues, including security, because of that?
First of all, till now in Afghanistan, despite Taliban is ruling, it's not recognized by the international community. And projects such, this project needs to work with the official government of a state. So every side wait for the future of Afghanistan. What will happen there?
And again, you were mentioning the Central Asian countries, 5 of them, plus Armenia, Azerbaijan, who are also interested in Chabahar, in this INSTC. So is now Afghanistan the stumbling block? What is these 5+2 countries, how are they pushing, say, connectivity through Chabahar?
Afghanistan does not have any role now in the connectivity and the connection of Central Asia to free water, Chabahar or Bandar Abbas. Afghanistan at all does not play any role. Now, Central Asian states are connected to Bandar Abbas by railway, and they do not have any problem. And in the east part of Iran, northeast. In the west part, Azerbaijan and Armenia also are connected through roads. So I think at this stage, Afghanistan has no role. But Afghanistan itself, as a country which is important for India, can be benefited from the Chabahar. And one of the reasons and main goal of India for Chabahar is accessing to Afghanistan.
And we have provided humanitarian aid, whether it's through Afghanistan and COVID, medical stuff, and I think pesticide to Iran as well from Chabahar, wheat that went. But when we talk about Afghanistan, one of the reasons why the US gave a waiver to India, say for Chabahar, was because of Afghanistan and this aid. What does Iran, or what do you feel about latest statements that have come out from the US State Department saying there's no waiver, which is absolutely false, we know that. And then even, I think yesterday, External Affairs Minister Jaishankar responded to that saying that it would be worked out. The waiver, how much impact can it have in Chabahar's success?
First of all, Chabahar is not on the benefit of Iran and India. Chabahar will serve the international trade. pattern, as Red Sea and Suez Canal is serving international trade. I believe that in the coming years, very close future, the importance of Chabahar will increase, and the number of countries who will use this route for accessing to their counterpart, to their trade partners in Europe, in Eurasia, in Russia will increase. I think that United States is wise to not put itself in front of many countries who are going to use this route as the best route, as the shortest route, as the economy route, as the safest route. So United States, I think, will not do anything. I hope that at least they are wise enough. Besides this, India is a good friend for USA, and the relation between United States and India daily is increasing and intensifying. So what does it mean if United States will impose sanctions against India, which is a close partner and a strategic partner for India? If it do that, it means that United States is not reliable for anyone. If United States is reliable, it should at least consider the benefit and interest of its partner.
Dr. Elahi, again, you're talking about shortest, most economical route, beneficial to so many countries in the region. But how do you see, say, Gwadar? Is Gwadar a competitor? I mean, one of the reasons for Chabahar and India's interest was because Pakistan does not allow land transit of goods. Is Gwadar a competitor in that sense?
I don't think. Gwadar is a project to prepare a route for China to Indian Ocean and Persian Gulf and Oman Sea. And the function of Chabahar categorically differs from the function of Gwadar. Chabahar is serving international trade. I mean, whole the Southeast Asia can come, and beside India, can come to Chabahar, and from Chabahar go toward the north and to Europe without passing the Red Sea or other routes. But Gwadar is is a project to connect China to Oman Sea and Indian Ocean. So categorically, they are not competitors.
Fair enough. I also wanted to ask about another issue, which is the MSC Aries, which the merchant ship that Iran has seized and has Indian sailors on board. Now, I do believe 6 of those 16 sailors are already back home, including one lady cadet.
Yeah.
What's the status of the other 10, Ambassador?
Since the seize of this ship, we officially declared that the crew are not detained. The crew are free. They can leave whenever they want. And the case of crew differs from the case of vessel. But the crew are under the commands of captain. According to maritime provisions, the vessel could not be empty from crew because it's necessary to for one function of the different parts of the ship. So we are in close contact with the concerning people to send or to bring a new group of crew to allow the Indian crew to leave the vessel. And till now, first of all, a lady left the vessel, and after that 5 other, and we hope that very soon the other will be able to leave the vessel and come back to their homeland.
Ambassador Elahi, if I can just look at larger global geopolitics, we've seen what's been happening in terms of Israel killing an IRGC commander in Damascus, your embassy, post that massive Iranian retaliation. Then reports suggesting that there were drones or something that Israel had fired as well. What's the status now, Ambassador, in terms of, is there still a danger of the conflict widening?
You know, regarding the tension between Iran and Israel, we believe that now there is a deterrence between two countries, and two sides do not want to escalate the situation. Israel had made a mistake and received its response from Iran, and they received this message and signal that Iran is serious to defend its security, its national interest, and do not hesitate to target anyone who invade Iranian territory, Iranian facility, Iranian infrastructure, Iranian interest. This is one thing. But at the same time, there is a bigger issue, a bigger tension, which is invasion of Israel to Gaza, to Rafah, and the humanitarian massacre, which is the ongoing massacre in Gaza, in Rafah. And also, beside this, there is a sympathy in the Muslim people, in the different group in the region with the Palestinian. You know, nowadays, Yemeni group, Yemeni government, Iraqi group, Lebanese, are fighting Israel to oblige him to stop its invasion in Rafah and Gaza. So, as long as the invasion of Israel in Gaza will continue, there will be no peace and no stability in the region. You know, those countries who have concern about the stability of the region, those countries who believe that security of the region is essential for the world, the whole world, should put pressure on Israel to stop its genocide and bloodshedding, which is ongoing there in Gaza and Rafah.
When you're talking about stability in the region and wider ramifications, Ambassador Dr. Elahi, what is the status currently between Saudi Arabia and Iran? There were lots of talks that were happening, high-level talks.
You know, Saudi Arabia and Iran are two main big countries of the Persian Gulf region and West Asia. Besides this, both are main countries in the Islamic world. So, if during the last decade, there were some disputes about different issues between two countries. But at the end, both countries reached to this conclusion that the continuation of dispute will not be on the benefit of them. So they reached to a mutual understanding, and nowadays, daily, the situation is getting better. Nowadays, we are sending our pilgrimages to Saudi Arabia, and regarding Palestine cause, there is good consultation between Iran and Saudi Arabia. Beside this, We invited Saudi Arabia to different economic projects in Iran, and we hope that the future of the relation between Iran and Saudi Arabia will be much better than now.
Ambassador, what is the status of Iran's nuclear program, and is there any concern if there's a change in the inhabitant in the White House later in the American elections on that front?
You know, regarding this case, we explicitly and officially said that Iran's nuclear activity is peaceful. They said that they have some concern. We mentioned that, okay, if there is some concern, we can sit together, we can discuss the issues and get to the result. And one time, both sides agreed to reached to a conclusion, and JCPOA was signed. But United States withdrew from this agreement. So still, we believe that if they want to resolve their concern, it would be better to come back to the negotiation table and discuss. We are ready to, and we have implemented JCPOA, and we still are committed to this. And we believe that United States is the side that has left the table and should turn back. So there is no excuse for being concerned.
There's another question on India and Iran.
Yeah.
You had high-level meetings. The Prime Minister traveled to Iran. He met President Elahi on the sidelines of BRICS as well.
Yeah.
External Affairs Minister was in Tehran. The National Security Advisor has also been there. What can we look forward to in the future, Ambassador? Of course, elections are just around the corner, and we'll know soon enough.
You know, I use this opportunity to officially mention this point that in the foreign policy of Iran, India has an important and a very high position. We believe that India and Iran in the history have been together, and they have common interest. They have too much commonalities, and regarding the close relation and common cultural heritage, there are good capacity for being a strategic partner. Of course, it's difficult to use this term. I fully understand this. But I believe that both countries can move toward such this level of cooperation. We consider India as a good, reliable partner, and we believe that Iran also is a reliable and have been a reliable partner for India regarding supply of energy, regarding different international cases. So both sides, I think, have reached to this conclusion that they have keep the relation safe from the impact of third factor. Unfortunately, third factor has affected our relation. And when we talk or when we think about relation with India, we do not consider any other third part. We just look at India as it is. We hope that India also look at Iran as it is, and does not allow any part, as it has done, to impact our relation. We believe that there are good capacity for relation in different fields. Energy is still an important field which can be employed despite that India has stopped its purchasing crude oil of Iran. Nowadays, we are importing pharmaceutical materials and finished product from India. Iran is one of main consumer of rice of India. Iran is one of main importer of tea of India. India is main supplier of banana to Iran. We are importing banana. The market of Iran is full of Indian banana. And car component, we are importing car components. We believe that there are good opportunity for cooperation. We should seize this opportunity. I use this opportunity and mention that recently, after the tension between Iran and Israel, MEA has issued a travel advisory. Fortunately, itself revised this advisory. Via your media, I invite Indian to go to Iran. We have exempted Indian nationals from visa. They can easily buy ticket and travel to Iran. Besides this, you will see in Iran different heritage which you will see them familiar to you. You know, you will see mosques like Taj Mahal. You will see different temple in Iran. And besides this, both sides, India and Iran, should explore new fields of cooperation. The future of relation is brilliant, and it would be on the benefit of both countries to be together as they have been together during the history.
Tashakkur, Ambassador.
Tashakkur. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, and thank you
Great
for your
privilege.
audience.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And for all our viewers, do send in feedback for this interview that we've had with the Iranian embassy ambassador in the Iranian embassy. You can also follow all our social media handles for the latest that we put up on our website or interviews like this on YouTube. This is StratNews Global. I'm Amitabh Revi.